Hello ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Now it's that time again, it's time to have a look at another A-rated ship review. And this time we're going to be taking a look at the Fer-de-Lance. Now this one has actually been fairly well requested. So we're going to be doing this one now. Now this is a ship that I have, well, I'll be honest, it's probably the ship I've flown the least in ED, so I really do not have the best feel for this ship as yet. But let's move on anyway, and let's go and see what else we have available for this ship. Well, as you can see, we've gone for the military grade composites and A-rated pretty much everything apart from the life support. We have the A-rated sensors, and we have an A5 shield generator, which is the largest shield generator you can actually have in this ship. A B4 shield cell bank, another B4 shield cell bank, and an A2 frameshift drive interdictor, and just for the sake of it we had a standard docking computer. But I might as well actually replace that with a hull reinforcement package. But let's go and have a look at what we have in the hardpoints. Now, obviously, we have to go for the huge plasma accelerator. So, this thing is an absolute beast. But, not only that, but we got 4 medium fixed pulse lasers as well, because of this plasma accelerator, we literally do not have that much power left to go around. I mean, we could swap it out for a cannon, and that would pretty much knock off nearly 2 megawatts of power and give us more power to work with. But I kind of do like my plasma accelerators. What else we have is a D-rated kill warrant scanner and 2 shield boosters. Now, only one of these is active when the weapons are actually out. So we theoretically could just sell the second one, but I like having the option there if need be. So what we're going to be doing is we are actually going to be going out and having a look for some trouble. So I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, now as you can see, we've actually dropped into a hazardous resource extraction site, and thankfully this time it's not on the dock. Because like I said, I don't really have the best feel for this ship as yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly around and have a look for our first contact. Ah, we've managed to find ourselves a Python. And it's a masterclass Python.
Power plant capacity
now this
exceeded.
is going to be interesting. Now, as suggested, I have actually changed the way my reticle actually
Scan detected.
behaves. I have set it to trailing rather than leading.
Under attack.
And with our first volley, we have actually taken his shields down fairly well.
Target shields offline.
Now, which way are you going? Now, I really would like to have gimbaled weapons here, as has been stated before. If you're using plasma accelerators, gimbaled lasers are probably the best course of action to go for.
Temperature critical.
The problem is the fact that I said I'd be using nothing but... let's get our shields back up a bit more. I'll be using nothing but fixed weapons during these A-rated reviews, just to show you what the placements are like. And that's exactly what I intend to do. Now this guy's got a plasma accelerator as well, yet his is only large and mine is huge. You know what that means, boyo? It means that I have more damage than you. Even though I just let you hit me there. I'm spending too much time actually trying to aim this thing. So let's just get with the Gatling lasers. So that's gotten him down.
Target destroyed.
And over here, I do believe we just have a miner. And I actually meant to hit my boost, not my shield cell. Yeah, we just got a miner over here. So I'm going to fly around a little bit more, see if I can find somebody else to shoot at. Now, I have spotted some laser fire in the distance here, but it is a good way off. But thankfully, this ship's got a very, very nice top speed. So we should be there very soon. Oh boy, it's a Master Anaconda. This is going to be fun. And his shields are all the way up. Alright, it's time to assume the position. Now these ships I don't mind firing plasma accelerators against.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Because I can't really miss.
Target shields.
Well, I can, it's just very hard. Right, now I don't want this guy turning on me. So let's try and stay behind him. Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to do that. So let's get behind him again. Oh, you can see there's the new damage model kicking in now. Yep, it's still bugged, and this is actually built a beta 4 now.
Under attack.
Oh, that was close. I am liking the way the trailing actually works. I think he might be trying to ram me. Whoa! Hello! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Lots of debris. Now we can't really do much better than that, can we? Well, looks like we're going to have to. We have a wanted Cobra. That's going to be interesting.
Target shields offline.
Let's just see how quickly we can get there. Well, okay, I said it was going to be interesting, but obviously maybe not.
Under attack.
Yeah, smaller targets are very, very hard to hit, especially with this ship. Because it's not as nimble as other ships that can field plasma accelerators. Well, everything apart from the Eagle and the Sidewinder can pretty much... Well, okay. Anything that has a medium hard point can actually put on a plasma accelerator.
Target shields online.
Missed him. Come back here. Right.
Thrusters offline. Thrusters online.
That was a bad idea. Should have really turned the other one off first. Oh well. Oh well, I've just given him the advantage. Well, I say that.
Taking damage.
There, we got him.
Shields offline. Target destroyed.
Well, that's a lot of superconductors. Too bad I've got no cargo space. And the fact that it's a beta server as well. But anyway, I think that's enough, enough death and mayhem. Let's get back to the orbital. Okay, so here we are incoming, and we have docking pad 26.
Scan detected.
So, where is 26? And it's right below me, isn't it? Yep, there it is.
Docking
There we go.
Engines
Just
disengaged.
look at that landing. That looked really nice and controlled, but I didn't feel that way. But anyway, what you want to know is what do I think of the Fer-de-Lance now that it is A graded? Well, let's get into the hangar and find out. Now, what do I think of the Fer-de-Lance? I think it is a very interesting ship. Like I said, this is the ship that I've actually flown the least in the game. I basically flew it once during one of the previous betas when I actually did my first review of the ship. And I'm not the world's biggest fan of it, but at the time I really wasn't a big fan of plasma accelerators either. But now I've actually developed a bit more of a love for the hot fiery plasma death. And I do think this ship is a very good ship for using the plasma accelerator, especially since it has a huge hardpoint. Then again, at the moment, the only two weapons you can fit to the huge hardpoint at the moment is a huge plasma accelerator, which only comes from the fixed variety, or a huge cannon, and that can either be fixed or gimbaled. But if you are using gimbaled weapons, what I would suggest, and what was suggested to me, what I pretty much do anyway, is using gimbaled laser weapons and the plasma accelerator, because the plasma accelerator is fixed, and yet it has a low projectile velocity. So if you have all fixed weapons, it makes training all your weapons at the same target impossible. Because lasers travel instantly. They travel at the speed of light, because that's what they are. They are light-based weapons. But the plasma accelerator travels fairly slowly. So you are pretty much going to have gimbaled laser weapons, and the fixed plasma accelerator. And that's pretty much how I fly my Python, with its 3 large plasma accelerators and 2 medium gimbal beam lasers. And it will be nice to actually have gimbaled weapons on this ship, but if you want to have the plasma accelerator, you are going to have to compromise on a few other aspects of the ship. As you saw when we actually go to the hard points over here, I have 3 empty utility mounts here, and one of them is not even used when I'm actually in combat, for the simple reason that we just don't have enough power to basically to power everything. And basically what I could have done is just swapped one of these out for a chaff launcher, and that probably would have worked way better. But I'm not really taking this all that seriously. But I do like the huge plasma accelerator. It is a lot easier to use, on the Fer-de-Lance than it is on the Anaconda, because the Fer-de-Lance is somewhat, well, a lot more manoeuvrable, which really does help. And actually changing the reticle type from leading to trailing does help as well, because that shows you where your shot's actually going to end up at the current distance of your target. So it makes hitting your targets that much easier. But anyway, that's pretty much what I think of this ship. I think it's a very good combat ship, though I do think that my Python actually wins out, just because I prefer the overall package. Because as you can see here, if you look on the internals, we haven't got many internal slots. The Python, it manages to do a lot of damage, and it actually manages to be able to carry cargo as well. I know I said in my Python review, if it has a class 4 shield, it can take 280 tons of cargo, but I was wrong. It's actually a class 3 shield. But that's by the by, that's in a previous video. But that's pretty much what I think of this ship. It's virtually a dedicated combat ship, because if we look down here, fully kitted out as we are, we've got just under 12 light years of jump range, and we've also only got an 8-ton fuel tank, so this ship is certainly not a long-range ship. So it is pretty much going to be typecast into the bounty hunting combat role. There's no two ways of cutting it. This is pretty much just a combat ship. You might be able to make a fairly nice little pirate ship out of it, although I don't really see it all that much. But anyway guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this video and found it enlightening to some degree. If so, please do hit that like button, it really does help my channel out. And if you haven't already, please do hit that big subscribe button to join the Wolfpack. You'll get notifications from whenever I release new videos. And if you're still hungry for more Elite Dangerous content, check out the list of my affiliated channels down on the right. And until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.